think we're good.
It's been 2 weeks, but okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't really streamed during that time period. Usually, me and Robert were streaming like every day. So, anyway, yeah, welcome, folks, to Phandelver and Below, number 52. We've been at this for officially the total number of weeks in a year, which is kind of crazy when you think about it that way. So yeah, we are gonna play some D&D here for you. I forgot to do this sort of elements of inspiration thing last week because it had been so long since we played and it just kind of slipped my mind. So somebody roll me a percentile real quick.
That is 96.
Damn, okay. Starting off strong. All right. Let's get these in character answers. This ought to be a good one. Let's start with Robert and Bronson. What is the biggest lie your character has ever told? It's gonna be real good when it gets to the end and it's Kuja's turn.
The biggest lie that he's ever told.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there's so many good ones to choose from.
Well, you know what? Pick your favorite. How about that?
I would say, going off the most recent, that he immediately broke. Bronson's never going to retire. It's impossible. He's obsessed with work.
Sure.
Work, everybody knows he doesn't have a family because of work. So, and he's not starting a family anytime soon. So every time that he says he's retired, he's like Naked Gun levels of retired. Like, yeah, he's too old for this shit, but yeah, he's going to adventure until like it's a real bad situation, probably. Nice. Definitely.
That's a good one. Very good. All right. LB, how about Soot's biggest lie she's ever told?
I think probably the one that she feels the worst about is when she was a kid, she broke like a big vase or like something very expensive and blamed it on one of the help.
Oh no.
And
are they still employed?
Fired.
Yeah, all right. Wow.
And she was like young, so like it's not like, you know, like she should have known better, but also like it's a little excusable. It's not that excusable.
Biff
to
Tannen
this
is
day,
somewhere out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Two coats of wax, boss.
All right, Jake, what's Bishop's biggest lie? Has he? I mean, he's told a couple like little white lies, I imagine.
Yeah, no. So when he was younger, right? His younger brother started writing letters to you know, like a girl, but it was actually Bishop the entire time. So it was like love letters, and Bishop found it in the mailbox before it went out. So he just took it and waited like a week and a half and then put a response in and just kept and would like talk to his brother about like, oh, you got to say this or that. So that was probably both the meanest and biggest lie he ever told.
Why?
Did he ever find out?
No, he just stopped. No. He just stopped one time. Why?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Just
because it's his little brother.
Yeah, fair enough.
You gotta.
Yeah,
a little.
All right. Moment we've all been waiting for. Cujo, what is the biggest lie Gable has ever told?
Gee, I wonder.
I do.
I'm curious at what you guys are what you guys are thinking as mine. Specifically Ted, I'm curious.
Well, I can't reveal my secrets. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if the biggest lie Gable ever told was a lie he told himself about something like, yeah, like this party or whether it's this party or the previous party, it's just work. It's just people. It doesn't mean anything more than what it is for people that I'm working with. And like he knows, but he's telling himself it's easier to he's been burnt before and it's easier to cut and run if they're just colleagues, not like family,
I definitely think that was something that Gable held on to for, I want to say, a good big chunk of his introduction to this party. And now we've gone into the I'm pissed at myself because I care about these people territory. So I don't think that's necessarily the lie. I honestly think it is a lie that he told himself in that he believed that there was going to be a ride off into the sunset situation with Reese. That like there was going to be like a happy ending, and even though like there was a part of him that like knew like this is not going to happen, there's still that little childish hope, that little naive part of him that's like no it's going to happen. We're going to have that wonderful bar that's going to be in a small town somewhere, and it'll just be a bar and we could just hang out and do the thing. And yeah, I think that's the one that he's still pissed off at himself about. So yeah, I like to think that just adds to how fucking jaded he is with connections with people. So
Sure. All right. Well, on that really cheerful note there, let's talk about what happened last time. So party made their way to Neverwinter, where they went and dealt with Bishop's sort of tardiness to work. Didn't show up when he said he was going to show up. Letters never made it through, or were, so he had to deal with not his boss, but like his boss's boss's boss, who's kind of a stickler. Showed her with some assistance from his friends that he's not as rusty as she thought he might be, and is still quick-witted enough and knows how to surround himself with people that fill the gaps that he may have, which happens to, in this instance, be insight, which, on point that Jake rolled a 5 insight check 2 minutes ago here.
Yeah.
So they kind of were trying to figure out a little bit about what's going on. Is there anything kind of weirdness in the city? And they were led to sort of one of his colleagues kind of going off about how there is maybe been a string of, there's been arson in the city, but seemingly unconnected. So much so that seems to be the connection, right? They're not enough. There's no common denominator. What's being burnt and the medium in which it's been done is different every time. And what's strange is that pretty much a lot of these, if not all of them, were really non-magical fires, which in a world where magic exists and firebolt is a spell and fireball is a spell, to go through the effort of causing non-magical fires to ignite and be a problem is almost methodical in its nature, to the point where maybe that is in fact the connection. So with a little bit of research and some scrying from Gable, they found one of Gable's old cohorts, Fenrick, doing some weird runic magic, something around a strange obelisk in the basement of Castle Never, which happens to be everybody's favorite Dagalt Neverember's, main castle, as he's been providing all sorts of wonderful announcements to everybody nearby. And they realize that this obelisk seems to be the location of the beacon that Soot needs to light, but it's being tweaked, corrupted, something Fenrick's doing. There was some shadow or something going on, and he's got all sorts of runes, and something's happening. For what, to what end or why, nobody knows at the moment, but at least now they know that the next person on Gable's list, or who seemingly now is the next person on Gable's list, is here in the city and is also doing something to or messing around with the beacon that Soot needs to light. So, I believe that covers just about everything. What would you all like to do now that you have this information kind of at your fingertips?
Real quick, before we begin, I just want to say I'm very thankful and I'm very proud and happy with the connections that I have with this party.
That really came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I just needed to get it out. Something was telling me I needed to just give affirmation.
Thanks. Are
Well,
you okay?
I'm fine.
Words of affirmation are my love language, so thank you, Gable.
Well, perhaps we need to share that over a drink sometime.
That sounds like a good idea.
Hear that, internet? Get your fan fiction ready.
Oh shit!
Well, now that
Where
that
were
was
we?
the thing. Yes. Anyway, where I don't suppose anybody just has an express entrance into Castle Never, do they?
Ted, do I have an express entrance into Castle Never?
You don't have like a VIP kind of badge that you can just swipe to get in there. You could probably work within the order to come up with a reason to go there. Like, that's not an unreasonable thing. Your order does help work in the city. They're not the guard, but if there's a reason for an investigation to be held there, you could definitely probably get the paperwork to get in there.
I got it. Ready? So what we need to do is we need to find somebody who saw something, and we'll bring them there to say something. That'll be our in. You remember the slogan, if you see something, say something?
Yeah.
So maybe our good friend Paddington could have seen something, and I'm bringing him in so he may say something. Yes.
Didn't we see something?
Yeah, we did. But do we want to tell them what we saw? Or do we just want to deal with this ourselves? We want to just deal with this ourselves privately, right?
Right.
I mean, it would be nice.
Right, because you
Okay.
said that he was trying to do the thing to the fire thing, and he's your guy. And so both of those things are things that we would probably rather deal with ourselves.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm fine with being like, hey, there's a man in your basement trying to blow the city up. I'm okay with that.
I mean, I might have some pull as a noble to just get us in. I'm not a noble here, but
Aren't you kind of like new money, though?
I mean, yeah, new within the last how old am I?
That was a great question.
I don't know.
20.
So it's why were you ask us that question? You don't know
Hold
how
on.
old you are?
How old are any of
23
us?
years.
I reinvent
Hundreds.
myself every 5 years, so just ignore that.
All new cells every 7, so
right,
that's
exactly.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
144.
Nice.
I actually remember every birthday cake.
Wow.
Really?
You know,
That's
that's not as surprising. Yeah.
They're all red
you're a
velvet.
foodie.
That cream cheese.
You guys said I get something different than red velvet.
Do you use the beet juice to color the cake?
I don't know. I don't bake.
Oh.
I can do
Anyway.
Alright.
everything else, but
Anyway,
that's a whole
maybe
different art.
maybe both of you together saw something.
Sure.
And then I'll bring you guys in and you can say something. And Bronson can also help you guys come
Well,
in.
if you see
and-
something and you say something, that means I have to suck it. So no, I don't want to. That's what they've said all over Neverwinter.
It's true that was the
What?
weird extra bit on the slogan.
That they did, yeah. No.
Mhm,
Oh.
mhm, mhm.
I must have missed
Say
that
it.
part.
Say it. Suck it. See?
The timing
Okay.
of that announcement was rather impeccable.
It's kind of
It's
crazy.
been on loop. Yeah. Okay, so we need a plan to get in. Do we have to? Does it have to be? I mean, we could lie and just say that we're someone else that needs to get into the castle for other reasons.
I mean, not to immediately go for deceit, but going in and saying, "Oh yes, we saw something." Great, we could say we saw something. How are we getting into the basement?
Well, once we're in, we sneak in.
Why don't we just sneak from the start?
All right. Cool. Do you know what? I'm pretty sneaky. Do you have pass without trace? So today?
Let's see.
We're gonna say that it's you guys talk this through the night, and it's the next morning, so you guys can readjust.
I sure do. I prepared it
It's
just
your
for this.
spells.
Oh,
Oh, all right. Cool. Great. I think what we should do is we should go ahead and what is that? I think we should sneak in probably from the north, right? So that we're not
Oh, I
trying
do
to
have a
cross a
trick.
river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's gonna be like a, Navy SEAL in the river.
Oh, well, we might be able to get in through the sewers.
That sounds grosser, but all right.
Well,
I don't think we have the luxury of picking the nice, clean, nice smelling options. I think we just need to pick the one that's going to be the most effective.
All right.
all right, cool. I'm going to stop in and tell Ignis that I'm following up on a lead for his case.
Yeah, he's just like, I didn't even think he really had too much of a case, but all right, yeah, it was great. I'm glad you
Cool,
believe
great.
in me.
Hey, I always have, bud.
Oh,
Hey,
you're great.
I love you. I'll see you later.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Okay.
All right, let's go. We're going to sneak in from the sewers if we could find an acceptable entrance.
All right. What do we want to make a find the sewers to be here? Can I find a sewer map inside D&D Beyond? We're going to find out. Go ahead and make me a I feel like maybe history, right? Maybe some sort of
Alright.
intelligence check. Or
Can I
investigation.
maybe look? Can I look for like a map of the sewer system in our big library here?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not going to make you make a roll to find a map of the sewer. Like, you probably, like, public works related documents are public works related documents. Like, you could find those. Those are freedom of information requests don't exist in Faerun, but we're going to say that they, like, you guys have this information. So,
Nice.
finding that's relatively easy. We'll take that 24 on your investigation check as the finding the best route to make your way through.
Nice.
So you're able to do that, no problem. And you guys are able to locate where you think the best place to go is. And let's go ahead and how about a Chepeku map that's a sewer tunnel map that's in D&D Beyond? How about that, huh?
I
I
like
got a
it.
map for everything.
Well, it's what's available in D&D Beyond. That's the trick, right?
Nah.
Let's go with. We got about 30 different variations here, so hang on. Let me find the right one. Let's go with.
Blood sewer, toxic sewer, sewer day, sewer night.
Yeah, I've got arcane
animated
runoff,
sewer.
desert, empty, flooded, fog, lava, massacre,
Ooh.
rainbow sewer. Everybody's favorite.
I know some wizards that were best kept as arcane runoff.
Winter. This is never winter, obviously. That's not the case.
Obviously.
Let's go with. Are you guys going to go during the day or at night?
Well, we imagine this is very early in the morning,
Yeah. Well, if you guys want
Like,
to take time.
pre-dawn.
You and me go shit.
Is this before coffee? I mean, I don't care. I can totally manage. Just, you know.
You don't sleep. You had so much time to make coffee, but you didn't.
Make coffee. I'm sorry. I'm not your assistant or your secretary. Thank you very much.
I had tea. I made tea.
Oh, that's right. You're a tea drinker.
What is that? Anyway.
No, nothing. Nothing. Means nothing.
All right, cool. Fine.
Great, good.
Grumpy cat.
Tea
You know,
drinker.
there's words of affirmation, last night. Bishop, do you think we got another doppelganger situation going on here?
Should we hit him with
It was out of the blue, and I've been trying to keep an eye on things.
Well, he's back to normal now, so maybe Gable came back and killed his doppelganger, and he's just too embarrassed to say that there was one.
Maybe the doppelganger's just learning. I don't know. There's a lot of avenues to this.
Yeah.
Should I cast Moonbeam? I have Moonbeam prepared.
I can't Moonbeam a friend.
Well, that's why I asked if I should do it.
Oh, God. We all know, Bishop, you ain't got it in you.
You're right. I try to be tough, but you can see right through me, pal.
You're a married man now.
In the middle of this, can I have like we're moving through the city streets? I would approach from off screen with a ninja like vegetable cutter. Bronson, look, I found you an easy tool. So,
where did you get that?
Oh, I totally bought it. It actually helps dice and slice vegetables, making it a little bit easier for when you're doing cat food.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use that the next. I gotta sit down. My left arm feels a little tingly. That's all.
Oh,
lay on hands for one.
That's all you need.
It's like a bear aspirin, you know?
Oh, God, that irregular heartbeat just thins things out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, well, enjoy.
All right.
I think I'm gonna have to start eating a little less Kerrygold. I don't know.
No, that's the good stuff. It's less processed.
Oh yeah, okay. A stick a day keeps the doctor away. That's what Mama Barley said.
He's afraid to check.
All right, I've got all my stuff. Are we ready?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we are. Where are we?
You were
Don't
gonna
you
say
know?
that,
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yes. I'm sorry. I was
yeah,
breaking the fourth wall.
came up on the river there. We'll say, like, we'll just use this map as it is, right? Now you're kind of off with whether it was a boat or you guys just kind of swam here, and now there's a break in this kind of wall here that leads into the sewer system beneath the castle.
Ooh,
Man,
it's right down here.
he is. I kind of miss Shovel Knight. I hope he's doing okay.
Gotta be doing okay.
He's got to be doing fine. Just something about being down here.
Yeah, him and the boys.
Him and the boys.
Mm.
The boys.
I guess technically kind of our first dungeon without them.
Yeah, you're right.
Didn't think of it that way. Hell, I even retired, came out of retirement.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy 2 weeks. I got engaged.
Feels like it's been the whole summer. Really, I'll be honest with you.
I can wild shape and go ahead. See if there's anything, if there's any guards or anything.
Sure, yeah. You want to just get pass without trace on yourself and then go peek?
Yes. Because, pass without trace lasts an hour, right?
Yeah. I think it's an hour. Yeah. It's the stat block on this thing.
Sure, used to be an hour.
Yeah. It's an hour. Yep. All right, I will cast that. And Soot is going to wild shape into an animal for the first time in months.
Yeah. What are you turning into?
I'll be I'll do a dire rat.
Big rat.
Big nasty rat.
Yep. With the hat.
That's a motherfucking rat.
Remember my
Yeah,
hat?
you're
That my top
Oh yeah,
hat
you got
that
your
came-
little.
Yeah. Nice.
I take the little hand and I like sit up and I go tip it a little bit.
Nice.
My lady.
Good luck.
Lady. I'm gonna start moving down.
Okay. Let me move up. Okay. See you moving.
What the fuck is that, Ted?
What? Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm just looking at stat blocks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Why you gotta be? Don't worry about it, LB. It's fine.
Mhm.
Look,
Why you
gotta be? Don't worry about it.
LB?
Why you gotta be? Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
you heard what I said. I said what I said at the very end.
That's right, Ted.
Mhm.
You can't misspeak once without us being like, oh.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say there's some guards down here, kind of just patrolling, like video game style, you know,
Mm.
walking around.
They've got the cone of vision if we
Yeah.
have like a mini map.
Yeah, here.
I got eyes. We got 2 up here on poo patrol.
There you go, Cujo. This-
Yeah.
they've got their little cones of vision.
Pardon me while I go pull up the Metal Gear Solid soundtrack for sneaking.
And then you know, they'll continue to very Ocarina of Time style walk and stop. This is so stupid.
Look.
I'm a guard. You hear something?
What was that?
Must
Just
have
the
been the wind.
Dun-dun-dun. Intense Skyrim music, hunched, shrimping,
Yeah.
walking slowly.
I don't know how it works. I hope it wouldn't get us in trouble. But Robert, if you have the Metal Gear alert sound, just maybe have that ready to go.
Oh God, that would be a good one to put on the board.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Holy shit.
All right. I have a low light vision. Okay. So do we know which way is in?
Yeah, I'm gonna say here. Let's put a marker on the map here. Over here, where this circle is.
Mhm.
That's where you want to go. This green circle.
Okay.
So that's where
With
you want to get.
hearts.
Yeah, because that's you know. That's where your heart's desire is over there.
Yeah.
So let's just zoom out. So
I'll pop in, see what I saw, and come out, and I sit up on my back legs, and I go,
I will remind you that in 2024
Peace.
you could just talk. Okay, fair enough.
Peace.
2
Victory.
words.
Words.
V.
Goal.
Field goal.
Literal goal.
Bracketed V.
One twice.
11.
I genuinely feel like if we
Twice.
continue this bit, LB is going to kill us.
no, she does this motion where she like is like pretending to hold a pike and like marches one way, turns around,
Oh.
marches the other way.
Oh, you moved into town and you came into some old money.
I fucking hate you.
Marching band. Got it.
There's
a
two
marching
guards.
band.
There's 2 guards.
Ah.
Two guys. Oh.
Oh.
I get
that
it
makes
now.
way more sense.
Way more sense.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Maybe Neverwinter's
Okay.
got a marching band in the basement. I don't know. The old sewer marching.
This is where
band.
the training for the big game.
Right.
They
That
have a
makes sense.
performance at halftime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna have to maneuver our way around.
Okay.
I'm just going to cast invisibility on myself.
What's
Isn't that
the lighting
Cast
situation
for other people too?
We're gonna say it's.
Oh, I can't?
That pool that looks to be kind of glowing, we're gonna say that that's throwing off a little bit of light, but for the most part, like the guards have
Yes.
torches. But
Okay.
Because I'm casting invisibility at 5th level, I'm going to target myself, Bronson, and Droop, because I think it's up to 3, or is it plus 3?
it's 1 extra per level. So the first one is you. So then second, third, fourth, fifth. Yeah, so 4 characters total.
Oh, well then we can just make everybody invisible. Fuck it.
All
All
right.
right, I'll start leading the way.
Yeah.
Ah!
What was
That god is fast.
what was that? And he gets down here and he turns this way.
Yep. There you go. So much.
What an idiot.
Why don't you guys all make me stealth checks at advantage?
All right. I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Bronson.
Awesome.
good call.
If we already have advantage on stealth checks,
You get
let's
plus
see.
10 for.
Oh, and a plus 10. Don't forget for
For
passive
that
trace.
trace.
We'll figure out what happens after you make this roll.
35.
33. God damn it.
33!
Nice.
Damn.
Good job, guys.
Rats have plus
Oh.
11. Let's go.
Well, that's 1.
19. For
Oh,
me.
it's because it's disadvantage, isn't it? Yeah.
You
Well,
rolled a
I have-
9?
I have Shadow Striker boots that
Oh.
give me advantage, so then I got advantage off of it. So I would have been flat, but then I got to roll with advantage because of invisibility with the boots.
Plus 10?
Yeah.
19.
So 19.
Okay.
19 for me.
And you have Bardic Inspiration if you want to burn that.
Yeah, you gave it specifically for Bronson not to fuck this up, so
Yeah.
he will go ahead and do it.
Sure.
What's yours right now?
That's a D8 unless it's upgraded at level 11, Theodore.
Mm-mm.
We never mentioned it. So just an 8.
Just an 8.
Just roll an 8.
Ooh, not bad. 7.
is pretty good.
Pretty good.
26 total.
So you guys are able to skirt by my guards who are, continuing to complete their circuit as they move around.
You're having a good time.
I'm enjoying myself. That's what's important.
The DM player 2, everybody.
That's right. So you guys are able to make it to that. Yeah. I mean, what's your plan? Is it to just try to kind of walk along this edge here, or what are you thinking?
Mm-hmm. Well, is this broken thing. I mean, I guess it's probably walkable for me as a rat, but
Yeah, we'll say it's walkable for you as a rat, but it is. I mean, it's potentially jumpable, right? It's only 5 feet across, so
Mhm.
as long as everybody makes no issues here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's 5 feet. You guys can make that jump.
What's the lighting situation?
This pool is kind of glowing green. The guards have torches. But you guys are pretty freaking stealthy. So even with an 18 on the die, it's still really not good enough to, as a group here with your checks in the mid 30s, even with Bronson's 19 is still more than enough to kind of cover for everybody. So all the fun things I wanted to put in the slime, you guys are able to just kind of scoot right on by and make your way up to that area and kind of, we'll say at the end here, there's probably like a grate with bars, and that kind of leads
Mhm.
up in, you can see the staircase that kind of leads up into the basement of Castle Never. And you can hear muffled sort of announcements. Even inside the castle, Dagult Neverember even has his announcements going off. Even though you could just go talk to him, the announcements are still going off. So
Can I fit my head through the bars?
Oh yeah, you could squeeze through.
Oh,
Is it dim light
Yeah,
down here?
I would say so.
I'm going to use my cloak.
Just teleport.
Cloak of the assassin. Just teleport through the bars.
Okay.
Bronson, do you have any way of getting through these bars?
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. God, I can't get that damn thing out of my head. Do I have anything to get us through the bars?
No, well, you, or Droop.
Oh, and Bronson's gonna look like it's that scenario where everyone's booked the tight booth to get dinner at instead of like grab the table where everyone had plenty of space.
Mm-hmm. It's bars.
Bronson's gonna think to himself, "Well, I don't think I prepared grease today. Shit. What am I gonna do? I knew I should have lost a couple of pounds before I came out of retirement."
You got some of that Kerrygold?
Got some of that Kerrygold. Oh no! Oh, I gotta grease the bars. Of course, I have the Kerrygold. I'm coming off a hero's feast. Somebody, give me some. Maybe I just need to
Wait,
take a
do you
shit.
have-
I can squeeze through here. You know?
Do you have silence, maybe?
Well, my footsteps don't make any sound. See?
Yeah, but if we're gonna break the bars off, silence might be useful.
I don't do these kind of things, Bishop.
If you want to make me an athletics check, Robert, we'll see. You know, I mean, he did write that Kama Sutra book. He's got some moves. Maybe he can't squeeze.
That's true.
He's got some moves. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm in for this.
All right, I'll give him the help action.
Yeah,
I'm
you gotta-
pushing.
Oh, let's go. I gotta do the just like Rodney Dangerfield doing
Come
the
on.
triple Lindy. The
got
fucking
half the
triple
team
Lindy.
pushing, half the team pulling. We're gonna get Brunson through these bars.
Life imitating art, art imitating life. All right, here we go. Athletics coming in hot with fucking 3.
You do have advantage.
Why?
You do have advantage. You can make it.
Oh, I got advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Come on. Teeny Beyond. Why are you rolling 6 and below? Give me something else. Give me something to eat. There we go. 21.
It takes a little bit. You guys are able to. The guards. You definitely hear a few like, "What was that?" Ah, that's just the wind. As you're too far outside of their view track that like they could hear
Mhm.
it, but they don't have enough advanced coding to realize to come over here to look.
They can't get over that 5-foot gap there of
Yeah,
broken.
It's too much. It's too much for them. There's an
Mhm.
invisible wall for
Bronson
them.
strains, squeezes, pulls, kind of lets out a squeaker that echoes down.
You know what? If it's
It
going to
goes
happen
down the
anywhere
hallway.
where they're going to believe it's part of
Yeah.
the natural habitat, it's the sewers. So,
That's true.
Oh,
yeah.
thank God.
So you guys are able to make it through, and you can see a staircase that leads up. A stone staircase. We'll say there's probably like a wooden door and a staircase that leads up, which I don't have on.
Just a reminder for everybody, we got 40 temporary HP that you guys need to have on your sheet marked.
Yeah, that's the max.
That is
right?
a
Yep.
Yeah, that's a
Good.
temporary max for the aid spell there. Also, can we talk about how this Chipeku map has basically the Ninja Turtles? There's pizza literally in that one room with the off the room
Yeah.
with the 4 beds.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
100%.
Anyway,
All right, I'll move ahead first.
And a gun.
Dooney.
all right. Let's get.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Let's see here. That's not worth it. We'll just go to I don't know what this map's going to look
Whoa.
like. Ignore that. That's
This is bad news.
You guys
Let's go
wanna-
back.
You guys want to fight this? We can fight this. This was the test on making a map really quick to test out how it would work in D&D Beyond maps for a video. So that's what I made for you guys to fight.
I don't believe our DM. Out
This
the
feels like
window.
a Final Fantasy 2 like ass room. We're all just
Hang on let's get something let's get something
Wait.
to represent Fenrick here. Hang on.
Somebody say I pick attack.
Here we go. And we can
I pick attack.
I'll just
Fenrick. Oh, good. Nice. He's got it. He's got the moves.
Anyway, I'm just putting this up here in case we need to do any rolling once we get to it. But you find yourself after you go through these wooden doors, it is a long, dark kind of corridor or hallway. Gable, this one looks relatively familiar to the one you saw in your scrying. You can see at the end of the hallway, there's a staircase that goes up, and there are a series of doors on the left and right side. We'll say, 3 on the left side of the hallway, 3 on the right side of the hallway, sort of staggered. And just being sort of present in this hallway for a second, kind of getting the lay of the land, you can see that the middle door on the left-hand side, you can see like a flash of kind of fiery kind of red light coming from underneath the door. It's not perfectly sealed.
I'm going to whisper to the others. This is a pyro wizard. So just try to be as quiet as possible. Because I wouldn't be surprised if his first instinct was to cast fireball directly in our faces. So, keep it nice and quiet, and then we can possibly get closer and see what he's working on.
Did we check for traps?
Also do that, yes.
Okay. I like that.
Who's checking?
I'd like to. Unless
Yeah,
someone else
I was about to be like,
really
is it
wants
a you
to.
thing? Is it a me
Yeah,
thing?
no,
it's
no,
not
that's
really a me thing anymore. It seems like more of a you thing.
It is. I'm pretty sure it's more of a me thing.
It
although
is.
it's me
It's-
rolling, so let's. 15.
Okay. As you are kind of making your way down the hallway here, we'll just go ahead and where do we have? Do we have a sticker for a door? We do. Go ahead and drop this door right here. We'll say this is the door that you guys are kind of looking in. As you get to about here-ish with that, it's almost imperceptible, but you're kind of on the lookout for it, and it's not like expertly hidden. There is a very thin, almost invisible line of magic.
Hmm.
And that line of magic
Is
kind of runs in almost like a square pattern around the door. Where to take it, kind of go.
okay. I point this out
Yeah, that's a lot.
to everyone, but mostly to Soot with her knowledge on fire magic, which is, I think, pretty good. If I remember.
I will drop my wild form shape
All right.
and take a look.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Is this a fire-based arcana?
It is not fire-based, but it is an arcana check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Alright. Well, I have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Oh, nat 20. Let's go.
Jesus.
27.
Let's
Goddamn.
go.
Rolling.
This is an alarm spell.
Mm.
So something designed to either set off a kind of ringing klaxon style alarm to alert everybody, or to send off a mental alarm to the caster
Mhm.
that someone has breached this area.
Okay.
And what happens if I dispel this?
That's an excellent question, Jake.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say I'll have you make your dispel magic, make the roll anyway, and then based on that, we'll
Okay.
see if it's. It will dispel it no matter what, but based on the
Right.
quality of the roll, we'll see if he's able to kind of notice that aspect is gone. He's kind of distracted at the moment, so
All right. Sweet. So I just roll plus charisma, right?
yeah.
All right. 23.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say it is in fact dispelled, and I mean, for what you think, it's done without him being the wiser that you have since removed this magic. So you're able to sneak up to the door as close as you want to get without seemingly anybody. If you're listening to the door, like you're pantomiming there, LB, you can hear mutterings of it seems frustrated mutterings and the occasional kind of sound of like chalk on stone, like on a chalkboard, like that sound of like chalk, writing.
Yeah.
And then there's the occasional sort of like momentary, very weak flare of fire.
Okay. I'm gonna turn back to the group and step away from the door a little bit and be like, "How are we gonna handle this? Are we just gonna kill him?"
Well,
And he's been killing folks around. I wouldn't mind arresting him, but
I could attempt a conversation. Yes, save your comments about growth. Oh, don't kill them, whatever. Save that shit for later.
okay.
But I could lead with a conversation.
But the goal is to get him to turn himself in, or to bring him in.
Or to kill him.
I'd say the goal is to first understand. Well, of course, it's always on the table, Droop. You would be just always on the same page. No, honestly, I want to know what he is working on. Understand what it is that he is doing. And then bring him in. Got him.
Ooh. Okay, so maybe instead of you going in, because that'll put him immediately on the defensive, maybe we send Soot in. Fire magic to fire magic. And then we can maybe work it that way, right? If you go in, he's going to be on the defensive immediately. Although you still look like Paddington.
It's true, but I feel like, well, I don't know that he was ever really around for Paddington. I feel like that was more of a Reese thing. That's like we're invited to this noble party. Let's be the distraction and cause as much attention as possible while our friends go and sneak out piles and piles of gold. That sort of thing. But I also know that maybe he is also on the outs with Reese.
Okay.
And therefore it won't necessarily be defensive. I don't know.
These are options.
Actually, what am I doing? I would like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it someone you see, or is it?
That is a good question.
Sorry.
I think it may
Oh,
not.
wait, actually,
It might work through this.
since the presence of thoughts within 30 feet of yourself that belong to creatures that know the languages or are telepathic.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess you would be able to easily glean surface thoughts without making anybody aware that you're present. If you try to delve deeper into his mind to try to find something specific, he gets to make a save, and I think there's the chance. I think they know either way if you delve deep.
Yeah.
But on just gleaning kind of the surface thoughts doesn't really alert him to your presence. So yeah, you go ahead and cast Detect Thoughts, and I'm going to assume you're sort of focusing it. Yeah. The general kind of surface thoughts that you're getting from him are just a lot of like, I don't none of this is working. Nothing's working. I can't. And it's just constant frustration. And something is beyond his grasp and he can't get it. And it's driving him mad.
Is this frustration? Is this like a, and I realize this might be digging a little bit, but is this rooted in like a personal frustration? Like I'm doing this because this means something to me? Or is this a frustration like sort of like an external thing? Like I can't
gonna
get
get
this
in
damn thing to
trouble,
work.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is like a desperation. Like he is
Interesting.
desperate. Like this is the last this is his last chance. And it's not working. Also, I want to point out for everybody, including the party here, everything that's going to probably happen in this interaction is going to come out 100% designed by Wesley. So take that with a grain of salt. He came up with this. We talked about it today.
Oh,
Dope.
You say that. Wait till you
I'm
see what
worried.
happens, because
Okay.
I brought it
I'm
up
worried.
and he was just like, "What if it's this?" And I was like, "Oh, that's good. That's real good."
oh, I love
So-
that.
And it begins.
All right, DM Wesley.
All right, so we'll continue. We'll see.
If he's
I,
trying
okay.
to, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I communicate what I'm picking up.
If he is struggling with the fire magic, it might be a good idea to have, for at least me to go with you.
Yes. Plus, we can still keep Troop, Bronson, and Bishop invisible. It's not like we're SOL. It's purely just how we
Well,
approach this.
If you go in, you have to break your invisibility, which will break everybody's, right?
No, not necessarily. If he
No.
stopped,
Dope.
it would break it if he were to do something. But as long as he's still maintaining concentration on it, it should maintain it on
Okay.
everybody else.
Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about.
At least that's how I would rule it anyway. So that's how we're gonna rule it.
Yeah.
So
But
make me an
I think
Arcana
maybe
check,
something
LB.
regular.
Oh no, fire based. It's fire based.
Okay.
Make a chocolate Arcana check.
24.
Yeah, just a casual. No, vanilla, obviously. Make me a Neapolitan Arcana check if you.
These checks are too
Oh,
busy for
don't
me.
mention Neapolitan around Jake. Apparently, there's a problem with that.
This modifier's too big.
24.
You can sense it's weird because you've never really sensed it present in the world before. You can sense like a very faint presence of like your mother's magic in that next room, but it is faltering, it is faint, and it is like it's trying to manifest and it's not.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I should go in with you, whether it's just me or just you and me.
Works for me.
All right. Soot kind of like cracks her neck, and she is going to shift into red soot.
Okay.
I'm going to drop my invisibility, and I might still have some sort of Paddington accoutrement, but I'm not fluffing up. I'm not becoming that persona. I'm just remaining as I am.
Okay. Then you guys enter in the room.
Oh God, I'm scared. Yes.
Okay. You enter into this room, you open the door, and there's definitely a note of shock from Fenrick, whose back is facing you. And he's sort of around this, looking at this obelisk. And you can see, like you thought you saw, just scrabblings and scribblings of a madman in chalk written all over the walls, the ceiling, the floor, arcane runes, of every language that you guys know, and several you probably don't. Just trying to solve an equation. Some equation. You don't know what it is. You can see there's a very he's been sleeping in this room. Like there's a small kind of like cot in the corner and a table as he continues, and you see again it's sort of what you had thought you saw in the scrying as shadow creeping into the room, and him and like this sort of obelisk sort of flaring to make it drive away is actually not shadow. It's actually a very faint smoke, like a fire trying to start but can't. And he's just like, no, I can't, what's and then he hears the door, because this is a dungeon and all the doors are squeaky in the dungeon. And he turns around and he drops the chalk and he goes, no, not now. It's just, that's too. And he's just like, he's scared, but he's frustrated as he sees you walk in, Gable, and then also you, Red Soot. And he goes, damn it. Well, I suppose you're here to kill me then.
Not necessarily. I could make a comment about something about a tapping. It says of someone gently rapping, blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm not going to be dramatic, but I'm curious on what it is that you're working on, and we'll talk about the other stuff later.
And he is like, his eyes are like darting all around the room at all of the things.
Calm down, Fenrick.
And he's just like, this has to be it. This has to be the key. I can't. I don't know. And I think maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Everything is. You just don't know what it's like.
What's like, darling?
I don't have it anymore. He took it. It's gone. All of it. And he goes like this, and he's like a lighter trying to spark, and there's just like sparks, nothing.
Oh no, you lost your mojo.
I didn't lose it, Gable. Reese took it from me. He took it all. And I don't know why, and I don't think it's because he needed it. And I don't think it meant anything to him. I think he just took it because he could.
How did he take your magic?
He's got this device, and I don't know. This is just what he does. He took it, and he laughed at me, and he said, "Good luck stopping Gable now." Like it was nothing more, and like I was nothing more than a scrap he was tossing to a starving dog. And do you know what it's like to have your whole life's work just treated as a joke? I don't know. That's all
the moment that Fenrick asks that, there's a hot second where the old Gable comes back and his eyes just shrink to those thin little slits. Oh, I couldn't imagine what that feeling is like, Fenrick.
And he slides down the back wall, the chalk just getting all smudged on his back. And he's,
oh, well, you just messed up your work. That's such a waste of time.
That's all I ever was to him. The footnote in your little drama.
Well, I've definitely caught on that for some reason he wants me to kill you all.
Well, I don't know why or if that's the case, and I don't know what he needs magic for. This has never been he's never seemed interested in this, but he just because I feel like it's just because he could, to prove a point that I was nothing and no threat to him, and that I guess it would make it even easier for you to kill me were I powerless, if that's even any part of it at all. So I've been trying to find a way to get my magic back. And I found this thing in Neverwinter, some sort of ancient magical thing tied to fire magic. And I said, this must be it. And I did research and I tried to crack the code, and I thought that it was, I had to go about and light fires within the city. Do you know how hard it is to do that by hand with no magic?
I couldn't imagine.
It's quite difficult, yes. And I tried whatever I could, and I can't. There's something here. I just know it, and I'm maybe, just maybe, this is the key. Somehow, if I can unlock whatever power is here, that I can get my spark back, or at least
Tell me.
something.
What did you find out about this place?
Well, I know that there's something about this is tied to fire in some way, and that there's something about symbolism and burning your name across the city or the country or something. I don't know. So I was like, oh, I'll light a bunch of fires and I'll make this the final point. And my name starts with an F, so I thought I'd make a big F in the city because that must be the key. I'm like, you can see, like, there's like deep bags under this dude's eyes. Like, he probably hasn't slept in a very long time.
Above
Right.
table, did he kill anybody in those fires?
Yeah.
Not on purpose, but they probably did.
But
there were people killed in the arson. Well, you don't know, actually. People did die. It wasn't like, I mean, they were fires that were set and then, they went up.
They went.
They
did what fires do.
They did what fires do.
So,
well, he
everyone
did
would-
like that magic item shop with the old couple above it.
Correct.
Yeah, just letting everybody know that Bronson knows that he's
Yeah.
responsible for burning people to death.
Right.
Mhm.
So you don't know what this is tied to, this magical well.
No, but it's I think I'm close. You don't think he's close at all. He's not even close. But
Has it spoken to you at all?
should it? Do you know? Should it speak to me? Is that the key? Have I been saying the wrong things?
No.
And he like runs over to a
This-
spot of notes on the wall and is like trying to figure it out.
Although I appreciate your ingenuity, this is not for you.
And he like turns around from his like notes on the wall and he kind of looks at you and he goes, "What? How do you know? Maybe it is. Maybe I just haven't figured it out yet. Maybe this is a whole test. Do you think? No, it's not a test. It couldn't be a test. No.
Fenrick, pay attention, darling.
These, I've lit them before.
Go on. Yes. What happened?
There.
Did you have power before? Did it give you power? Could this be the key? Is this what I need?
It's a little more complicated than that, but when I say it's not for you, I mean it will not give you anything if you light it.
Well, that's why I've been trying to find. I've tried to light it with regular fire and other means. So I've been trying to, and you can see like there's all the lines of chalk and different things on the floor leading up to it. I've been trying to find a way to open it, to catch it, to do whatever needs to be done to get it to work. And every time I try to unlock something or tweak it, it rejects me. And the smoke starts to seep into the room, so I try to do something else to drive it away because the smoke's trying to stop me, but I'm going to figure it out. I know it.
Well, that is noble of you to have such commitment to getting your magic back.
I have nothing else.
I understand that.
I have one
but-
question.
Huh!
Yeah.
Is it you? Is this it? Is this the voice? Is it speaking to me now?
I'll drop
No.
concentration on invisibility.
when you set those fires, did you watch them burn?
No, I had to prepare for the next one.
Awfully cold-hearted, Fenrick.
You're one to talk.
True. But I have a thought. Couple thoughts, actually. One, Soot, enjoy. This is for you. And he'll sort of gesture to the obelisk.
Perhaps when he leaves.
Of course. Now, I'm on a bit of a self-care kick lately. And it's sort of strange finding out that a big part of that, the way I behaved before, murderous, constantly thinking of revenge and stabbing you until there was nothing left, turns out is mightily unhealthy. And truth be told, you presented a puzzle, and I like puzzles, and I want to try and figure this one out. So, and this is the part that terrifies me, I need you to let down your mental guard. Because then I'll be able to figure out exactly what it is that Reese did to you, and possibly how to fix it.
Cable. I turn to the side so that I am just in his ear. Would it not be much easier to arrest him if he does not have fire powers?
I said we would figure it out. If this is tied to whatever it is that Reese is up to, the chances of us solving it in this small room are minuscule. There's information somewhere in that brain. That's all I need, just some information. And then we can arrest him.
She motions.
And his eyes go real big, saucery big eyes. He's like, you could do it. You could get it back. Have you been the answer all along? All I have to do is let down my mental shields, and you think you can get my magic back?
Absolutely, darling.
And he's like, okay. He's not. There's almost no recollection of the man you knew. This sort of very quick-witted, sharp, kind of callous, burn it all to the ground and figure it out after the fact kind of guy. This is a man driven to madness, which the one thing, albeit he was very good at, has been stripped away from him. He knows not why. By someone who was an ally at one point, seemingly for no reason, and the only connection he had is good luck stopping Gable now by taking this away from him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just crackpot crazy theory here.
He's setting up sacrifices. Now, just don't lose your shit when I dive in, all right? Just think about that day, please.
Okay. Yeah, well, you already have the spell up, so you don't have to do anything about it. And he's lowered his shields here, so there's no issue with you casting a spell. Or I'm sorry, no issue with you trying to break through a mental barrier. There is none. He's lowered it as best he can to provide you kind of full access here.
What's up, Jake?
I give Gable bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want to establish this now before we get any further. I can't help a lot, but I can help a little.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So
I am holding an action for the minute that Gable gets out of his mind.
Okay. Got it. All noted. Just remind me if I forget. It
is a magic action, by the way.
Got it. Understood. You are taken back to kind of your nondescript sort of tavern area where Fenrick is sitting. He's got, just a glass of some kind of high test booze in front of him, sitting there by himself, kind of just like stirring the booze with his finger, and you can see little kind of sparks just inside. And he goes to pick up the drink, and as he brings it up, kind of from his point of view, you see sort of strolling in from sort of the outs, coming from outside and making his way towards him is a familiar figure that you haven't seen in quite some time, of Reese, standing at full height, just that coy, sort of callous smile on his face, that one that could, it's there's something there beyond just what you see on the surface, in kind of full regalia here, and is making his way towards him. You can see a pretty nasty looking sword at his hip. You can see kind of on the back of his right hand is a gauntlet that looks like how would I describe it? Almost like Vega's kind of claw from Street Fighter, with the kind of like almost like Wolverine style claws coming off of it. And none of that is kind of foreign to you. Kind of a black sort of tabard in the front, seemingly dripping with blood. Nothing seems out of the ordinary here, but what is this gauntlet that's on his left hand. It is sort of blackened steel. There are all sorts of runes inscribed on it. And what languages do you speak, Gable?
Common and Elvish.
Well, it's not Elvish. There are runes inscribed on the gauntlet. And as he sort of approaches, you'll see that Fenrick kind of puts the glass down, and you can kind of sense from inside his mind there's a little bit of like tension, but coolness, right? He's got his magic. He's, at this point, you would know, fully tapped on, fully stocked up rather on spell slots for the day. Like if things go to blows, he should be in a pretty good spot. He should get out of here if he needs to. And Reese approaches him, and Fenrick goes, well, I don't know what I did to deserve a personal visit, but either something is happening or you need my help. Well, I must say, while we haven't worked together in many years, whatever the price you think it is, it's probably triple now. And Reese just kind of smiles that all too knowing smile as he approaches and goes to pull out a chair to sit across from Fenrick, and pulls out the chair, and without even warning, just kind of smacks that gauntlet right across Fenrick's chest. And you watch as he is shocked as kind of those runes begin to light up, as you watch this sort of power siphon out of Fenrick's chest through the gauntlet as they begin to light up the runes. And he was looking much more, I guess, less kind of gaunt at that time, kind of more full bodied, as it were. And you watch as he reaches over with his left hand and tries to, you can see the forming of like a fireball starting to form in his hand as he's beginning to try to just basically palm Reese's face with a fireball. But as it gets close, it just kind of goes, tss, and he just siphons all of this out, kind of almost kind of weakening, kind of thinning him out, and just kind of looks at it, smirks, kind of does one of these with his fingers, and you could see sort of sparks at the tips of his finger. And he just goes, well, good luck stopping Gable now. And he just turns on his heel and walks out. And you watch as he's about to get out the door. Fenrick is trying to scramble up over the table to try to make his way towards him. He's stumbling. The table falls over. The drink shatters and crashes to the floor. And he's just like, wait. And then Reese turns and looks at him before as he's opening the door, and with that sort of blackened gauntlet finger just goes shh and walks out the door and shuts it behind him.
Nice. Good shit.
While I'm rooting around in there, can I sense anything other in there? Like, for instance, I've done detect thoughts on myself and something blocks, what have you. Is there anything like that in Fenrick's mind?
There's just nothing, because all of the knowledge that was there for all of that years of wizardly magic that he had learned, like it's foggy, like it's like wisps of smoke, like it's just almost there, like he can almost reach it and harness it, but none of it's there, and it's just constantly fleeting just out of your grasp, like you just can't get a hold of it. And he was a well-studied wizard. There's all of that magic is just out of reach, just there, and it's like that large portion of your brain that contained all of that magic. And you'll notice while you're in here, it's all of his magic. When he pulled that spark out of him, it pulled every bit of magic he had, not just fire magic. Everything from the most mundane of cantrips is all stripped, gone completely.
I pull back. And
did you find it? Did you see it? You saw. And you know how to fix it now, right? Yes.
It was for information gathering. I would like to take out like a journal or something and try to draw out the symbols that I saw on that gauntlet and just hold it up to everybody. Anything?
What languages does everybody speak?
Not Dwarvish, is it?
It is not Dwarvish.
Is it Sylvan?
It is not Sylvan.
I'm out.
Elvish.
Nope.
LB, you were muted.
Deep speech and druidic.
Nope. Deep speech is a spoken language. And Droops is gnomish and goblin. So he's none of you recognize this. And he goes, I don't know, but I believe it's some either abyssal or infernal or something of that nature. I don't know.
Something about what he said. Good luck stopping Gable now. I'm curious. What were you planning before that visit from Reese?
Nothing. I had no plans. I was having a drink. Maybe I was going to burn
Insight
down
check on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's a 13.
Well, you don't think he's at this point capable of lying because his brain is
That's also true.
But he's like, no, I was having a drink. I was maybe going to burn that bar down just because I could. But no, I had heard from others that you were back. I'd heard kind of through the grapevine that Gable's back and he's on a revenge kick. And I was like, well, just wait till he shows up and I'll just burn him alive. Which doesn't make any sense, because if he wanted you dead, wouldn't he want everybody to be at full strength to take you out? But then he took my power away and said, good luck stopping Gable. So I feel as though he was offering me up to you as some sort of easy win.
I have a feeling you're even more of a pawn than you're saying.
Do you know where the others are?
Others?
Your old troop.
Oh. No, I've heard that Holly is dead. I heard that. And Silva's dead. And obviously, Reese just goes wherever he pleases and does whatever the fuck he wants. Not that that's really different than before, but it's seems
At least before he had friends.
Yeah, well, it seems without them, he's even more. I don't even know what you'd call it. You saw. I don't know. I believe the others were running some racket in Waterdeep or something. I don't know. And I don't know where Valen is. He tried to get out, and I think he just disappeared.
When did you all split off?
That was pretty much right after we left you. Don't get
You
your.
really did
don't,
tie
like-
the group together.
Yeah, I guess you were the glue.
How
Or somebody,
sweet.
or Reese figured out some better move to get rid of all of us, to separate us for some reason. I don't know.
Do you know where Reese got the knife that stabbed me in the chest that day? You know, right here. And I'll open my shirt, and the wound is still just open.
Ooh. Sorry, I haven't seen it before. But it was really.
Sorry. It's not like bloody or anything. It's
No,
just,
no. I just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, well, sorry. Content warning.
No, he didn't really involve us in his little endeavors, but I don't know. You just show up with new toys all the time. Here's a new staff. Here's a new wand. You know how it was. Just whatever the crew needs, I'll show up with something else to make everybody better at what we're doing.
Well, Bronson, you've been awfully quiet.
I want to know, was it worth it? Was it worth it when you heard them scream?
Well, he didn't stay, so we didn't hear them.
Well,
I don't think he got out of earshot in time.
There were
I want to know, did you ever hear them scream?
the ones in this city, no, but in others, so many places, yes. That's what I was paid to do. That was the job.
Job.
I'm
I
going to
mean,
look to the
there's-
others and just say, would you like to give me that speech about redeeming someone again? Or can we have another conversation?
I think he's been torn down quite enough. Being stripped of your power is a fate worse than death once you have it. I think, personally, if we take him into custody, the knights should learn from past mistakes and keep it quiet.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
And justice it is.
justice. It is the redemption versus the revenge. Is this husk of who he was worth the time it takes to sink the blade in? Or should he stand for the crimes he committed and maybe perhaps bring some peace to others?
Also remember that it seems that what Reese wants is him dead.
Oh, I'm aware.
By your
Not to
hand.
encourage you to be a brat, but
I don't have to watch this shit show burn either. But I still believe in an eye for an eye. You reap what you sow, shithead. And Bronson's going to turn around and snap his fingers and cast Sacred Flame and walk out the door.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Ooh,
Go ahead and roll me
I'm so
your
proud.
sacred flame damage.
DC 20 dex save.
Okay. Let's see. Well, that's a 7. Go ahead and roll your damage.
118. Typical Bronson damage. I could
Classic.
re-roll this. However, I don't want to kill him. I
Okay.
just want to do permanent dark man level burn damage.
Yeah, let me let's look at something here. What is the HP of a commoner at this point?
10.
Or
Yeah, it's low. So I will say, let's see.
Well, I want to do non-lethal, so
Okay, so you don't, yeah,
Non-lethal.
non-lethal burning radiant flames.
yeah. Dark
Like
man it
you
up.
do.
Yeah, he will absolutely go unconscious, as it seems he does not have much in the way of a constitution anymore. And watching this, Gable, you know that the amount of damage that something like a sacred flame should do should not take somebody out like this. But it seems as though this gauntlet, this power, it without I don't know how to describe it in the terms of the game without describing it in the terms of the mechanics, in that it basically sucked all the wizard levels out of him. So
Ooh.
he's back down to
level
just
0.
he's level 0. He's a nobody.
Mm-hmm.
that's bad.
Yes, robot.
After Bronson casts Sacred Flame, I hold a hand out. Goodberry.
Mm.
I could just cure him.
No. I'm curious if Bronson would allow a single Goodberry to bring him back to consciousness so that we may arrest him.
If you give him your good berry, he's not stopping. He's out. He's out the door.
Interesting. I will feed
Okay.
Fenrick a single Goodberry so he's not dying or unconscious.
Cool. I'll manacle him before you do that.
I was going to say, Red Stick
Good
goes
call.
up to Bishop. Do you have the manacles?
Yeah. The regular ones. Yep. Here we go.
All right.
I hope half of his skin comes off on those manacles and that good berry.
Ew. Ow.
Take him out of the room. I've got something to do.
Okay.
I'll lift Fenrick up. Is he conscious at this point?
Yeah, Phantom the Goodberry, yes.
And just to at least satisfy a little bit of that part in my mind, I do up against the wall. So forearm is against his throat. Not enough to cause any pain, but just enough to make it clear. I want you to live out the rest of your days thinking of all of the screams of those that you burned. I want you to rot in a cell until your bones are dust. I want you to know that your power is never coming back to you. You will pay for what it is that you've done, but it's not going to be for what you've done to me, because this is a waste for me, but for everybody else. You'll answer for that. Are we clear? I'll make sure to send you postcards.
He just kind of just nods solemnly as you carry him out of the room.
Delightful. And I full on toss him towards Bishop. All yours, darling.
Excellent.
Soot, enjoy.
You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a trial. If you can't afford an attorney, that's just bad luck for you. All right.
The dude's skin is the color of a burnt pizza roll. much like what he's going to taste the rest of his life.
As I leave, I'll be like, enjoy the room, darling. Let us know if you need anything, and I'll close the door behind us so Soot can have their moment.
Okay,
She
Bardic
places-
inspiration for Soot.
sure.
All right.
Thank you.
The door creaks open. Bardic.
Love you. Bye.
She places her hands on the
You're
side
back.
of this well. This is the one I'm looking for, yes?
It is, yeah. So yeah, this is at least what you see kind of in this room, the thing that he's been kind of working around. It's definitely got more of there's like the base of what looks like kind of a well here, but there is sort of a very clearly actually obsidian kind of
Whoa.
obelisk. I know it's wild, right? Obelisk here that there's like some sort of stone underneath, but like it looks like it has this kind of obsidian grown over top of it almost. And it's kind of like protruding from this kind of well that's here.
That's odd, right?
It is odd. You don't know what Fenrick did to try to do this, to try to like it was, I think it with kind of your knowledge of what's going on here, he wasn't able to just tap into the power that was here. So he
Yeah.
was trying to like alter it to serve his purpose, but also with no magic. So when you saw the sort of wisps of smoke sort of making their way into the room,
Yeah.
it seems like he was trying to sort of smother out the power that's here to tweak it to make it his own. And the wisps of smoke was, your mother not having the hold on the material plane that she clearly wants to have, is him attempting, or her attempting to try and like push that, stave that off, stop what's happening, but only able
Yeah.
to manifest in the form of just very kind of wispy smoke.
Okay. Is this hindering the...
The obsidian on this? Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. I am going to stand back, and I am going to cast Scorching Ray on it
Sure.
to break it apart.
Mhm.
Would you like me to roll it?
I'm going to say you can hit a stationary object with Scorching Ray.
Yeah. I meant damage.
No, I think the symbolism of the Scorching Ray is more than enough to do the damage to each. As each ray impacts into this obelisk, it will shatter and break off, kind of chipping off the different pieces of obsidian that are present. And you can see there is a much more, a much smaller, but kind of ruby colored gemstone set in midst this sort of pool here. Very clearly some form of a beacon.
Okay. She takes a breath and then places her hand over it. And she is going to light it.
Okay. Yeah, you light this beacon, and in a similar fashion to what you've seen before, sometimes inadvertently when you've done this. One of the first times I feel like you've really gone out with purpose, knowing what was happening here. As you light this beacon, you can feel that sort of surge of power as your fire kind of focuses into this and sort of ignites it. And you can see that kind of what you become sort of used to at this point, that purple kind of flames that you can only see, that you see and other people do not, that kind of are present in this room and kind of radiate out from this room. And you can feel sort of a warmth come over you, and a sort of acknowledgement and a definite kind of feeling of pride, that you have lit yet another one of these beacons. And with that, you feel yet again your power and the fire that you have within grow stronger again. So now we have to add even more things to your character sheet, which I have to figure out how best to put that stuff on there. So we've had, for those who are uninitiated or unaware, we've added a variety of different things. Soot has been able to add her proficiency bonus to the damage of fire magic spells. She's been able to have all sorts of boosted abilities when it comes to understanding arcana and fire-based magic in general. She also has the capability of turning any damage spell that she casts into fire damage. At this point, where are my notes? Okay. So let's see. This remind me. This is beacon number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. At this point, you now have the capability to provide. So you're already resistant to fire yourself.
Yeah.
You have the capability to radiate out from you in a 10-foot radius fire resistance to anybody within 10 feet of you. But more importantly, your capability and kind of watching as you've lit this beacon and sort of shaped it to kind of harness this fire, you have the capability to, very much like an evocation wizard, when casting fire-based spells, shape the fire around to create pockets of safety for your allies, to no longer harm them in your fire AoEs. So no more accidentally
Bronson's gonna be
burning
so
Bronson
happy.
with your fire.
Oh my god. I think for a moment as she's in here, feeling all of this, a tail flicks out behind her for just a moment and then returns, and she sort of shakes her head and opens the door back up. Well, how do we plan on exiting?
That's true. I guess he didn't think about bringing him back out.
Hmm. I think bold up the stairs out the front door.
That is an option.
I could pretend to be Never Ember. That'd be very funny.
I love it. I think that's great.
Or your captain. I know what she looks like.
Yes, that would also lend some credence to it. Yeah, either which way. I like both of these. Why don't one of you be the captain and Sentinel? What's her name? Vera.
Yeah.
And then one of you could be Daggle, Never Ember, and then we'll walk them on out of here.
To be clear, I don't think this is actually a good idea. Nah.
Oh,
Impersonating the head of
either
the
of them?
state would be
Ah,
probably pretty bad. But I like your enthusiasm.
okay. Well, maybe. Why don't you guys just also become Red Knights then?
I will cast Alter Self to appear as generic Red Knight A.
Got it. Okay.
I'm gonna turn into Ignis.
Okay. All right.
He seems like he'd be cool with it.
Yeah.
And I'll be
You're doing great,
Drew.
buddy.
I like that plan.
I like it a
All
lot.
right. Move, prisoner.
Yeah, right. And he's just kind of, he's just the most dejected one can be, but it is what it is. So you guys move to the staircase, the opposite end of the hallway from where you came in, and head upward into the lower level, kind of the non sort of dungeon level of Castle Neverember. Now, you guys none of you have ever been here, so it's definitely going to take some maneuvering. Well, actually, you found the schematics for the city, so go ahead and make me a investigation check if you would, Jake. We'll see how much you remember after witnessing all of that to just zip everybody back out in the most efficient path possible.
16.
All right, 16 is pretty good. You know, it's pretty fresh in your mind. You guys are able to pretty much, I would say, let's make a quick roll here and see how we do. Okay. Well, you guys get all the way up to the main floor, and you're starting to make your way towards the main front hall exit. Before somebody, a guard or someone, just kind of like people seem to just be looking the other way, not really paying much attention. And he just goes, "Hey, what are you doing? We didn't have anything about red knights coming in today. What's going on?"
Oh, yeah,
You-
we're
You didn't get the memo?
No, nobody got any memo. What memo?
Ugh. Bureaucracy, am I right?
Yeah, make a deception check. At advantage because you are in disguise.
Uh-huh.
And there's 3 of you, so it seems more likely. But the goblin in the
23.
goblin is kind of out of.
They're both dwarves.
They're
both
dwarves.
Oh, that's
dwarves.
right. He's a dwarf. I keep forgetting he's a dwarf. That's true. That's right. I gotta change his picture so I forget. Yeah. And they're just like, yeah, I mean, I guess. What are you doing here? Who's this? They point at
No,
Fenrick.
we're prisoner transfer. You know how it goes. This one put up a real fight back in the day. Now, not so much. Sorry, what was your name?
My name is Jordan.
I write that down. Can you spell that for me?
Yeah, it's JORPHDAN. PH is silent.
Okay.
That's a nice name.
Jordan.
You,
Hmm.
Well, I'm glad you think so. My parents were real assholes for naming me that.
Yeah, the silent letters that always get you. You know.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Have we?
All right. Well, yeah. So somebody from the Citadel will contact you to take your statement, just to make sure that everything's all in the clear here. But otherwise, I don't know. You want to do the paperwork,
No, get out of here.
or can we just go?
Just go.
Have a good one. You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much for your hard work, sir.
He almost stops to question Gable at that, and then just kind of waves you guys off as you guys are able to exit out the front entrance with no real issue.
As soon as we get out, what was that?
Yeah,
What?
come on,
It's
man.
Did you panic?
No, I was just thinking of like, what if I were like an intern? You know, like I'm very new, very green, so like want to be involved, and so maybe my character's like, I have to be a part of this conversation somehow. So maybe at the end he just decides to be awkward. You know, am I digging a little too deep into this?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. You know,
I think it has
I like
legs.
the enthusiasm. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna hold on to this one. I feel good about this one.
Yeah, for sure. And then I'll, as we're walking out, I'll like slap him on the back of the head just lightly as like a, "What are you doing?" And then we'll keep going.
Nice. Yeah, you guys are able to. What's your plan now that you have Fenrick as a prisoner out in the street?
I mean,
Taking
we
the
gotta-
Citadel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure because like you took him from he already was kind of in a dungeon. Well, he was in a room, not in a dungeon necessarily. So, all right, you're gonna bring him over to the Red Knights to kind of, I guess,
To Ignis.
all right.
Yeah. And then we'll bring Ignis, we'll bring him into an interview room and leave him there with Ignis with his confession. We've went through, the Red Knights, Miranda rights with him. And so he's good to go. I guess I'll spend like an hour and a half writing up my report
Sure.
on the whole business, the confession and, he lost his magical powers. And then do you guys want to do some research on perhaps some of these symbols?
Yes, I would very much be into that idea.
Okay. So you are able to do you drop Ignis's form before you go to meet Ignis? Okay. Just checking.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I muted myself. Yes, I dropped the form
Okay.
as soon as we get out of sight, and then
Hey,
change
me,
back to
wanna
regular
meet the
set.
real me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to make your way over there. Again, Fenrick's not putting up any fight. Not that he could if he wanted to. And you basically are able to bring him into Ignis, fill him in on everything you kind of just said. And he's like, Bishop, this is, I mean, everybody thought I was crazy that there was anything even going on. And you not only proved that I was right with my crackpot arson theory, you found the culprit and you brought him in manic. Listen, I don't know why they just give you such a hard time. You're doing great. This is
He's
great
amazing
A
at
work.
his job.
Thanks. I'm part of an excellent team. We're part of an excellent team. Actually, in a sense, you were there.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess.
In the
didn't
report
think
that
I
I
was
wrote,
that-
you were there.
I was gonna say I didn't think I was that good of a boss, but all right. Glad my
No,
training
you-
has really just rubbed off on you.
It really has. Anyway, he is in interview room 3, and he has really bad burns on him. So,
Tried to
Be
save
delicate.
what we could, but I'll tell you, sometimes when you mess with a pyro, they kind of get a little overboard.
What about Paddington?
Yeah. Also, with the what happened to one of his companions, Sylvia, perhaps a different guard situation on him, since whomever went after her is probably going to go after him as well.
That's good. That's good thinking.
Thanks.
I gotta work on that. All right. Are you sure you don't want to, be involved? Like, I mean, this is good work. This is a good report you did. Like, I had a theory and you proved it out and made it like a fact. Like, this could go this could go well for your career if you I don't want to take all the credit or any of the credit for this. You guys did this. You could see this all the way through and do the interrogation, get everything on file. This could be a promotion for you.
that's very true. Unfortunately, we are in the midst of further investigation into the group that this guy was a part of. So I need to keep it on the down low for now. If we could keep him as an isolated incident and keep me out of it for right now, and these guys out of it for right now, I think that'd be better.
I don't know what strategy you're working, Bishop, but it seems like it's working so far, so I'll let it go.
All right, Ignis, and I appreciate that.
Feint you got going on here.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Always 3 moves ahead, like on a chessboard.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
Thanks.
All right.
Well said.
And he'll go
All right.
off to interview room 3 to conduct the furthering of the investigation on Ignis and whatever nonsense.
He does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bronson,
Yeah.
you want to talk about it?
Nope.
Okay. Gable, you want to talk about it?
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
well, how you're feeling after, not killing another person and finding out that Reese might be the one who has the whole thing going on with you.
Yes, well, I sort of I pegged that part. There's definitely a connection. The offering them up as a sacrifice, that takes the fun out of it. It just is nothing exciting. I'm not getting revenge. I'm picking up scraps from Reese. It's a part of something that he is trying to do. Clearly, there's some sort of ritual. If what Fenrick said it's true, if those symbols are infernal or abyssal, then that means that the fell blade would also have to have the similar origin. Everything has to be connected. Sapping Fenrick's power, that has to be connected. There has to be something he's gaining beyond just leaving him as a big bullseye target for me.
Well, should we go to a linguist then?
Yes, may as well. Were there any other defining marks other than these symbols? Was there anything else?
I mean, it was a very dark black steel looking. Well, it may not actually be steel, but it was a black metal of some
Could it
kind.
be like obsidian-like?
I mean, it's not. It was a metal gauntlet.
Oh, okay.
It was not a stone gauntlet. But
Okay. Do we have like a catalog of like incredibly dangerous magical items?
I mean, probably.
Probably. All right. I'd like to look into that while we also look into the symbols.
Sure. Okay. A couple. Well, I guess as you're starting to do this, I'll have Droop come in with some knowledge. I really was dead for a while there, Gable. And there's been a lot of weird stuff going on with you. I'll be honest, I don't understand all of it. But this guy,
I don't either.
he wants you to, or you want to kill all these people or something. And then this guy, he's killed two of them for you, and then left one of them for you to easily kill. So does he want you to kill all these people? Is that his goal?
Perhaps not. Perhaps it's purely their deaths.
So you think if they die,
In some
period,
way.
maybe that's the trick?
It has to be
Well-
something specific.
If he, here's a theory. If he is also tied to whatever it is that brought you back, because I don't know him and I don't know that he has that capability, that grandiose nature, perhaps he made a pact with whatever it is that if you do the thing that you're doing, these people die. If these people who are on your list die, then he gets something out of it too.
You know, Gable, that if all these people on your list die, you die too. Because you're the last person on your
Yes.
list.
Which means that yeah. Yes, that's true.
Your own worst enemy in this one.
Yeah. Unless I redeem myself.
It worked for Valen.
I'm not Valen, darling.
No. You've come a long way, Gable.
I need to know what it is that is trying to reach me, that is being stopped by whatever it is that Reese has gotten up to. And actually, the last time I was able to get anything, it was because Redemption was left alone. We just left Fenrick. Wonder if that would count enough to try again.
Okay, before you go delving into your own mind again and get fucked up, perhaps we should learn what we're dealing with this gauntlet.
Good fair point. Good point.
Right.
Fair point.
Because
Yes.
if it's if it's demonic in nature, then that's one thing. If it's devilish in nature, that's something completely different. If
Yes.
it's something in between.
That is true. All right. Fair point.
So
We don't want to get shushed.
Right.
Hmm.
hmm
so
Gonna do a library montage.
go ahead and make me a whatever check you want to make for your library check here, Jake. Whether that's investigation or history or arcana. Probably going to be investigation.
Definitely investigation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Why wonder why?
Oh, I could persuade the librarians to help me find what I'm looking for. I'd do that.
Let's see that investigation check.
Yeah, that's fair. That's pretty reasonable. 19.
All right. So looking through history for, potentially evil, dangerous, magical items or just really powerful things. You spend some time trying to figure out, are you focused in, you're not broad spectrum here, you're looking specifically for like gauntlets, right? Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're not sure if it's the same, but the closest thing you can find to something like this is the sort of matching gauntlet that was a part of the set that went with Karen's Claw, which was,
Mhm.
a very powerful long sword, the skeleton handled hilt, and a dark red veined blade. It was supposedly a sentient sword, very, very magical, had the ability to dominate people's will. And supposedly, rumor went that if you didn't have this gauntlet to grip said sword, the sword was so powerful enough it could just disintegrate the wielder. So this gauntlet was a means that even allowed anyone to physically even hold said sword. But the only thing that this sword or this gauntlet was ever known to do was to allow someone to wield that sword safely. There was no
Okay.
mention of it having any power of its own. But the description of this gauntlet is relatively similar into what you kind of heard from Gable. However, the gauntlet that allowed someone to wield Karen's Claw was a right-handed gauntlet.
Hmm. Okay. Do we have anything about the origins of the gauntlet?
There is not at least nothing here that talks about
Right.
the origins of the gauntlet. So what I would say too is, while you are not actually, yes, the gauntlet itself, you would know that Karen's Claw was a Netherese artifact. So
More information we find out about anything Reese does, I'm like, fucking gotta get these levels.
and you would probably also know who makes one gauntlet. You make
Sure.
gauntlets in pairs.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that is valuable information that doesn't lead us anywhere specifically yet.
Fair.
Something that's able to negate magic that powerful on the one hand. Who knows what we're getting with the other?
You said it was Netherese?
I did say it was Netherese.
Do you think that has anything to do with the portal that was opened under Phandelver?
Maybe. We know that that red mage long ago was doing research into the old Netherese Empire. Was there a connection between the Brosian and the Netherese, Ted?
There was not that you're aware of, but remember the Brosian
Okay.
Empire, you didn't even really know it was a thing till you started knowing it was all the things.
Seems like too much of a coincidence. Though I don't know if they're connected, like, directly.
Okay.
I would say
A letter.
go ahead.
I was going to write a letter to Gwen Orsong
Mm,
and see if she could do some research into this, because all of the rest of her research has been excellent.
sure. I would say the only other thing that you might, not necessarily the obelisks that you were dealing with, but
Mhm.
there is presence in history, having talked to Gwen, of obelisks have it, other black obelisks have being of Netherese origin. Not necessarily the one you guys dealt with, but there is a history of that. So perhaps there may be some grander tie in all of this. I guess it should also be said that the whereabouts of Karen's claw and the other, or the right-handed gauntlet that goes along with it, that there's not been much history about where it is at the moment.
Okay.
It had a pretty well-known kind of history from being in Calamshan and moving all about and things like that, but yeah, at some point people thought it was thrown into a volcano. It's the whole thing.
A volcano, you say?
I do say.
We're pretty close to a volcano.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, not a volcano, a fire elemental, a primordial fire elemental thrown to inside that elemental, which happened to be in a volcano, but that's besides the point.
So, do I happen to know the name of that volcano?
Actually, yeah, it was. Nope. Well, yeah, I guess maybe you would. Yeah, because this would have been well documented. This was in sort of a kind of volcanic pit beneath. So beneath Gauntlgrim? I think so. I feel like. Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. Well, inside of a primordial elemental is kind of a dead end for that side of things.
Well, do you think that he has the sword and the like a different gauntlet? Because Gable said that he had a sword.
Yes.
Is there a
He
picture
might.
of the sword in any of the books?
Yeah, there is. Let's see. Can I just? We still haven't added the opportunity to add just random pictures to D&D Beyond yet, which would be So ideal.
Mhm.
That's coming this year, but I put it in our chat.
The old group chat there.
It did not look like that. For what it's worth, Gable.
Mm.
Different plate.
No, that's not the right one.
Well, that's good.
Mm.
But, I mean, it would be pretty epic if we found the other one and you fought him with that sword.
This is a bad
You know how to
sword.
use a sword, right?
Yeah.
Not
I
you.
just I unsheath the cane sword that I've been using for months. Yes.
Yeah, but that's like a rapier, not like a long
Oh,
sword.
I'm so sorry that I don't have gigantic muscles and swing for the fences. I'm precise. I
That's why I
do, but I'm
asked.
not the best at it.
Okay. Look, I was just, I mean, like, thematically, it would be really cool, but
It would be.
Well-
Bad sword, though. It's a bad sword.
I would say that sword also was known to potentially extend the life, very much in like a One Ring sort of way of the person who wielded it to make them effectively immortal.
Yikes.
well,
Does anybody have access to a sending spell?
Yes, Bronson, but I think he went to go find a bathroom.
he went to the loo.
Is it wrong to be a little worried?
About
No,
him.
it's
About
no.
what? Not about.
Oh.
Oh, Reese is going to be the big bad evil man. But is it wrong to be a little, almost worried for him?
Baris?
The relationship is quite complicated. I wish I had an explanation, but there's
Hey.
a part of me every time we find something else that it's connected to the god of what's his face, and it everything will burst into flame if you do this, this, and this, and it's just a departure from the Reese that I knew. That's all.
Sure. Well, I think that shows growth, but I think also,
He did have you killed.
yeah.
Oh, I'm well aware of that.
Okay.
I'm going to kill him. Like, if there's one I'm going to kill, it's going to be him. But it's just there's a part of me that's just thinking, like, what are you doing? What mess are you getting yourself involved in? You know, it's that sort of thing.
Yeah, he's on your list, right?
Yes.
The last one before Gable.
Interesting. I mean, there's a lot of things where you have to die before you do something great. I mean, like grand, not like good. Lich Dump being one of them.
Sure. Engagement, another.
Well, that's a special circumstance.
Oh, okay.
And not required.
Can I sense anything from Gidget right now? Is Gidget feeling particularly talkative?
As in what way? Like more so than Gidget was talkative before, or
More so, like, is there any? Have I noticed or felt any change since Fenrick has been now arrested and taken away?
let's see. Well, I will say you did have obviously a direct hand in his apprehension. He also is effectively, we'll call it off the board, as it were. As you know, he's in custody. So yeah, you know what I'll say, in your mind, in your little mental list that you have, that image you have within your mind, you will see Fenrick's name will be removed from said list, stricken out, in that same sort of glowing blue light that removed Valen's name from your list as well. So another one removed from the list, leaving 3 names before yourself. And I would say a Gidget is probably about this, like, you have this sort of internal, like, I've done the thing. And at the moment, a Gidget, there definitely could be a conversation to be had. But I think as of right now, you guys are all still just kind of hanging out at Jake's work, at Bishop's work.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And did you guys have a place you were staying, or would you stay here? I forget. I didn't really establish that.
I mean, do they have a place for us? Yeah, we can
Just
find
like
a
barracks and
bar
bunks
or-
and stuff.
Yeah, there's a guest barracks.
Can we just get a hotel?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure.
No offense.
Ooh,
No.
can we get one with a pool?
Could get one
Yeah.
on the water.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, we'll say you're able to find a tavern on the water with relative ease. You guys are able to get rooms so you can stay for the evening. And you started this in the morning, but going through doing all of this, the talking, the paperwork, all of that did take a larger portion of the day. Traveling about the city is also, it's not a short walk from where you kind of were to Castle Never and back. So you're able to get a local tavern around dinner time or so you can sit down, get some food before you all kind of go off to your individual rooms for the evening. So the opportunity, I guess, is there for you to have conversations as you will, unless there's anything you guys want to chat about as a group while you're at dinner. I know we did a little bit of talking here at the, sort of with the Red Knights there, but is there more conversation you'd all like to have?
You guys, where to next, right? We've got more wells of fire to open. 2 more, right, at this point?
Yeah. I mean, we can go back to Waterdeep and take care of some more Gable stuff.
We catch a boat at dawn. Well, the tide's in. Or, I mean, Mount Hartnell is not that far currently.
Yeah. Or we could go up to Luskin, since we're so close.
Yeah, we could go to Luskin. Although I mean, yeah, that'd be nice to see everybody.
Gable?
Oh, I am open to whatever. I will say if the individuals on my list are a part of some ritual, and if Reese is killing some of them to enact it, there's a time limit.
I would agree.
However, I don't know if it disrupts much because there are now 2 on that list that are not dead, but they are dealt with in whatever form or fashion, which might have some sort of impact on the ritual itself. Who knows? I don't know, but that's of course my thought is find the rest of those fucks and deal with them, but I also know that there are other things that we need to take care of, so I don't want to pull the leash one way.
I also think that if Reese has something to do with this ritual, like he wants it done, perhaps not expediting it would be better. We don't want to play into his hand too much.
Fair point. The unpredictable.
Yeah.
You know, I think maybe I'd rather avoid Luskin now that we're where we are with this. I don't want to bring my family into the spotlight in any way.
Sorry, I didn't mean to loop you all into my potentially world-ending drama between a former love.
Same boat.
This is literally my job, too. So, I'm here.
Yes. Bronson, you haven't spoken since the castle.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference of what we do next?
Chicken tastes pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Does
It's
it?
not too
It's a little
dry.
dry.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe yours. Did you get the thigh or the breast?
Is it
I
bad
like
that
one of each.
my brain immediately thought, their first fight?
I motioned at Bishop not being able to say the word breast with confidence. I got the breast.
Okay. Well, maybe that was it.
I'm a half chicken kind of guy myself. One of each.
So, Bronson, our options are: do we head to Mount Hot now and get or perhaps unlock Soot's power further, or do we head straight to Waterdeep via boat, in hopes to maybe get ahead of Reese, if that's possible? His power's growing, and his plan seems to be coming to fruition.
I would say we probably need to grow our power then too. We're here. Let's go to the mountain.
I agree.
As do I.
Okay.
All right. Well, a course set before you now to Mount Hope now, which is not too far away from your current point in Neverwinter, which I think, reasonable decision by you all, because sailing south to Waterdeep is going to be one hell of a trek back this way, to come back up to do this at a later point. And you have now, again, this couple days ride, maybe even 2 days, maybe even less than that, to get to Mount Hope now, to continue to unlock the next beacon, granting Soot more power. As you guys all wind down for the evening, in almost parallel ways, in two separate rooms, Gable and Soot, you both have sort of a message sort of outreaching to you, saying your name. One, Soot, coming from your mother, and Gable, once, for at least the moment, not broken up, a message that says Gable, coming from this entity that is in fact your patron. Not, and at least that's about as much as the information that both of you get before we'll bring this stream to a close, but not before I say that you are all level 13.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jake, we're
Oh,
going to talk
yeah.
about that.
Oh yeah. That's what I like. I like a level.
Let's go.
Please stop.
So that, I
All right.
believe,
No.
seventh level spells now for our spellcaster types.
The options.
Oh yeah.
So,
Well, before that, I have one last thing.
yeah, please.
Bronson is going to go out in the moonlight and look for the closest public park to the inn.
Okay. Yeah, within a little bit there, you're able to find, a small little public park here in Neverwinter.
Little spot of nature.
Yeah.
And for the first time, he's going to lay out his raiments of a hand harvesting sickle and his shield, which has his symbol of Shantae on it, and the white rose. And he's going to kneel down in the moonlight. Shantae, I fear that we may be interacting with something much larger than we previously thought. There seems to be a wake of evil wherever we track this, shall I say, entity known as Reese. I call upon you and the rest of the gods. Are we dealing with man or an ancient evil? I will cast Divine Intervention.
Oh, shit. Well. Okay. I will say
We can leave it there.
No, I was
can
gonna say
leave the
in
Divine Intervention there.
almost a trifecta way, where if you were to take this scene and if this was a movie and you were to cut the camera into thirds, you'd have Bronson out here in the set up his raiments out in this public park. You've got Gable in his room, maybe scritching a Gidget, and you've got Soot in her room with also, I don't know what's going on. Bishop's in there too, but like you have a
Bishop's like at the bottom of the panel, just like sleeping.
Yep, asleep. And you have
Good day, guys.
and almost simultaneously the three of you all there, and each at the same time you'll have a voice reaching out, a feminine voice reaching out saying Bronson, a feminine voice reaching out and saying Soot, and also again a slightly feminine voice reaching out and saying Gable, as each one of you are all being interacted with this greater force, greater than all of you, the source seemingly of your power, as we cut this episode to a close and maybe get to play next week, guys.
Oh my God, 2 weeks in a row. Let's go.
Is that happening? Oh my God, it's happening.
We
All
cooking.
right.
We cooking now.
All right. Well, with that, Robert, where can people find you? What's going on?
Where can feet find
Where can feet
people?
find you?
All of my people. You can find Captain Robert and Bronson Barley over on his channel on Twitch, Captain Robert, twitch.tv/Captain Robert, and on YouTube, YouTube at Captain Robert. You can see him attempt to play Pathfinder 2 some point in time, or I'm sorry, Starfinder 2 some point in time in the next 6 months. The rest of it, a whole bunch of D&D and Guild Wars 2. Can you believe it? You can find me there. I look great.
LB, how about you?
Hello, everyone. Red sits back. Good to see you. You can find LB on LB Hackemup on Instagram and on Blue Sky. She's Hack Recklessly on Twitch and on YouTube. Or you can find her next is on Crit Hit Chronicles tomorrow night, where she is going to be playing Gavel.
For all the
Thank
people.
you for the gift
Very
right
good.
here at the end.
Yeah.
Daisy's mom, thank you.
And after that, on Friday, we're back at Hack Recklessly playing some Repo with some friends. Since Ren's going to be out, Mother's away, the boys will play. And then on Sunday, we're starting our Brilliant Ruin game for the next 3 weeks, where we'll be playing in a Victorian, Edwardian alternate past where the world is ending, but we will carry on. That's me.
Jake?
Hey, Internet. You can find me on my podcast, Legends Rerolled, where we replay through classic stories. We are working our way toward, hopefully soon, the conclusion of season 2, which is Alice in Wonderland. We're having an excellent time with no technical hiccups at all.
No, everything's
Not
smooth.
anymore, baby.
Not anymore. Cujo.
Hello, everyone. I am Cujo of Crit Hit Chronicles. You can follow Crit Hit Chronicles for other TTRPG-focused content. You can find me all over the internet as either Cujo Plays Games or Crit Hit Chronicles. You'll see me tomorrow night over at Crit Hit Chronicles for Tales of the Valiant, sponsored by Kobold Press. Friday, you can catch us for Shadows Over Baldur's Gate, our spiritual sequel to the award-winning video game Baldur's Gate 3. Tiamat is coming. She's coming. She's right around the corner. It's going to be great. If you missed any of our previous campaigns, go check out Critic Chronicles on YouTube, one of which is Bitten, our Daggerheart Last of Us fantasy series, which is awfully sad and heartbreaking, and it's wonderful. Also, tomorrow and Friday, I'm going to be announcing a new show. We're going to be doing a spooky game for the month of October, so tune in for that. And also, if you're still a fan of podcasts, check out Messy Crit Productions and The Road to Hell as we play World of Darkness Hunter the Reckoning with a fantastic cast. It's been a lot of fun, and that's me. Too many things. Too many things all at once. Ted, for the love of God, take it away.
Yeah. Just put out a video, about Kobold Press Kickstarter, Northlands. That's their new Kickstarter that just dropped today, which is their cool Norse theme stuff. I have a plan to basically start just going through all the third-party content that's on D&D Beyond. There's been so much lately to just hit up and just, I don't know, go through some of them. There's Cthulhu stuff, there's Pathfinder stuff, there's a ton of options. So people have been asking for coverage of all that stuff, so I will gladly start on that. I have a handful of other books and things kicking around in this room that I need to get a chance to look at and review. Got a whole bunch of booze. Got to review that. That's important,
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this stuff is ridiculous. This is the Whitestone Courage. This is the 10th anniversary Critical Role booze. Man, for 98 proof and 0 burn, it's pretty wild. Yeah, I can see why the Derolos get a lot of courage from drinking this stuff. It makes a lot of sense. You can just take that bottle around with you and you'd be in a good spot. Yeah, I'll be on Robert's channel tomorrow night. I think, right? We're playing tomorrow.
Hell yes.
And then, yeah, all the Guild Wars with Robert and Kendra as we continue to play through all of the story. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to be back next week, which is weird to say. It hasn't happened in like 3 months to say that we're back 2 weeks in a row. But yeah, we will see you next week. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.